Ooh,
Woo! Welcome
woo.
to On the Chain. Man, Chip, most people are confused by what's happening right now. Venezuela, Iran, Greenland, crypto. It all looks chaotic, disconnected, random, but something's going on.
Here's the thing. It isn't. So what you're really watching here is just the power move. And if you're only following the headlines, which most people are, you're pretty much missing the strategy underneath.
Right. Tonight, we're going to be laying out the global chessboard because it is a big chess match right now. And if you're not in the know, well, we're going to break it down for you. Resources, geography, alliances, leverage, why all these regions matter, why they're not isolated, why they matter as a whole. We're going to get into it.
Yeah, and Venezuela isn't just about politics. It really comes down to two things: energy and influence. Iran isn't just unrest, it's basically pressure from within a regime. And we've got some amazing first account videos that would seem shocking had they been released only maybe 3, 4 months ago. Greenland isn't just about ice, it's trade routes, it's defense, and the Arctic future.
And I like the ice part. And when power, money, and influence start shifting, transparency actually really matters. And that's where crypto enters the conversation. Accountability, transparency.
Yeah, and it comes down to it, it's not really left versus right. Well, maybe it is. But it's really about how the US checks China and Russia and why most people don't see the chess match until it's already played.
That's right. Now, if you really want to understand exactly what's happening, not just react to it, you're in the right place. You don't want to hear the YouTube fanboy interpretation. Well,
You're not going to get it here. Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Comes down the chain, everybody. Go ahead. Where are you coming in from today, tonight, this morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening,
good
whatever
night.
it is. Good night. Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it is, Jeff. All of those and most of them. Almost not late, but late. Don't worry, you're not late.
Correct.
We're late.
We're right on time.
Yeah. Tripoli, Libya. I knew Smithson was going to be coming in from Libya or Iran. He's in Tehran like the other day, and then yeah, you go. Water and Rose is pretty cool how the mission went down. Very cool, in fact.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's really good. Buffalo cheated. Buffalo cheated. Man, Jeff, I had it was so funny, Jeff, because my wife was gone all day and I was on the
Mhm.
couch and I had this look on my face. She goes, and she knows how crazy I am about the Bills. And she comes in and she sees my face and she goes, "Oh, they didn't win?" I go, "No, they won." She goes, "Why do you have the long face?" I go, "I've been watching the interception 15 times in a row. I'm trying to come down." I said I was about ready to go get some oxygen. I
Yeah.
was just like, I was like, my head,
Crazy
heart
stuff.
palpitations. I was dying. It was horrible, man. It
Man,
was
they wanted it.
crazy.
They wanted it.
China on average bought 60 to 70% of, well, yeah, it wasn't only China, but I don't think people understand. Look, if you give this stuff up, and according to and again, I've had a hard time verifying it, but according to some things that I've read, it's always hard to know what a notable source is. Is it the BBC? I don't think so. But apparently, Keir Starmer and his cronies and the rest of the European minions want to defend Greenland, and they're going to send troops, or I don't know what they're going to send. They don't have anything. Apparently, they have like 100,000 standing army, but I don't know what they do. I think they just stand around all day, kicking tires. I don't know what they do.
And who are they going to stand against?
Well,
Who are they going
against
to
the
protect?
U.S., I mean,
They're
we'll
going to go
crush them like a grave. Did they not pay attention to what was going on? We'll crush your heads. We'll crush your heads. It's just great to see these people actually acted all kinds of
they're,
strange, Jeff.
they're being outmaneuvered on
On
such a high
everything.
level. They don't even get it. Especially when we really get into the significance of Venezuela, like you said, 60, 70%, or someone's comment, 67, Chad's comment, 60, 70% of Venezuelan oil being bought by China. Big move, putting China and Iran in their place. Plus, the big news yesterday was shutting off oil to Cuba. So, zero oil going to Cuba right now.
Zero money going
Cuba
there.
Cuba also lost a lot of their soldiers that were in Venezuela. They're no longer with us. They've been removed from this earth. And so all of these elements being put together, It's such an amazing orchestration, but none of them in isolation, would bear 100% It's when you start looking at all the pieces, with Iran coming back into check, getting rid of the Ayatollah, Venezuela, which also puts Cuba back in play, and then Greenland removing the influence of China and Russia. And there's so much more because what's happening on the ground right now in Iran, and we're going to get into more of that too. So
Look at this. Eyes Wide says they don't have an army. Spain just came out today blathering about getting the military in order so they don't have to depend on the USA. Yeah, okay. Good luck. Good luck with that, okay? You're going to get you're going to get it in order because you don't want to rely on the USA. Eventually the leftism ideology will destroy. It destroys their brain. It's like acid, pouring acid on someone's brain. Remember those old commercials in the 80s? Like this is what was that? What was that with the frying pan? This is your brain on drugs. What was the whole thing? It was like
that's right. Yeah, that is
what was that stupid thing? There's some stupid
the war on drugs.
This is the war on drugs. Like, this is your brain on drugs. It's just absolutely insanely ridiculous. But listen, I mean, this the ideology will stop them from really filtering any kind of logic or reason anywhere. So Spain's got bigger problems. They got hyperinflation going on there. They don't have. They've got a revolt going on the eastern side of this, where they want, part of it wants to secede. I mean, and they're worried about creating an army to protect Spain because they're worried about relying on the U.S. But the U.S. strategically wants Greenland. Denmark loosely says we own it. Really, nobody owns it. No one's ever taken it. And if you look back at what Greenland owns, I mean, Denmark, what do they actually own? There's no. The people that live there, there's only 8% of Danish people live there. It's the Inuit.
Right. And what are they doing to protect that region, this hemisphere, from the influence of China and Russia? So if China's going to come in and dominate the ports and the seafare, the sea lanes in that region, then what is Denmark actually doing to offset and protect? Nothing. Denmark can't do anything.
Zilch.
Completely inept at being able to really regulate, control. And why would the U.S. even want to rely on Denmark, who everybody already can acknowledge completely inept and has no way to monitor or control the region? So even if they could, why would we want them? It would make zero sense. So we need to be able to protect Greenland. We need to be able to protect their asset, and we need to be able to protect our overall interests throughout this part of the world. And we can't have China or Russia dominating in any way, shape, or form Venezuela, Cuba, Greenland, and the rest of South America. Everybody's on notice right now. From Colombia south, everybody's on notice that you continue along your doctrine, it's going to not end very well, as is Mexico. Mexico is also on notice. Yeah. So, and I think the whole thing with Venezuela going in, taking Maduro out in that short period of time also, and some of the items coming out, I don't know, we played that video. I don't know if that was 100%, true propaganda, but we know that our military has some amazing resources at their disposal. We were able to get in a very short period of time, put the fear of God in them. And so that has to resonate throughout the rest of the region. And Iran already knows exactly also what the potential capabilities are of taking out parts of their region. So there's so many different components at play. Why is England even thinking about standing up to protect and be on the wrong side of history?
They can't even stop
they're always on the wrong side of history. It doesn't make any sense.
This is your brain on drugs, and it was the frying. It was the egg frying in a pan.
Any questions?
Right? Any questions? I think Mark Smithson has a great solution here. Trade Minneapolis and New York City for Greenland. The problem is we could trade them, but then we don't. How do we do that? Really, I don't know how that really works. Just move all the people out. Sorry, you got to go. See you later.
Let's just trade the people.
Yeah, see you later, stupid.
There you go. Here you go.
Annex Cuba says art on the lake. Sure, we could do that. We only have a couple cryptos things, but let's do this. We'll jump back into geopolitics in a second. But I think before we do that, Jeff, we were talking about Greenland. I almost feel like we got to listen to Jimmy Carter, the comedian, to talk about this again. This is just the greatest ever. It just sums it all up pretty quick.
We sell Greenland. Should you sell it? Well, you've got the alternative is they take it.
So remember, he's talking to a Danish audience here.
Right.
I mean, no offense to your fine military. Okay, why don't we just have a quick game? We're just going to ask a question. Hands up, who has a military where they can't even afford blanks, they've just got to say bang? Yeah, it's you, isn't it? It's fucking you. Bang. Yeah, Greenland's got. Well, you sold them the American Virgin Islands, right? Yeah. You sold them that, and what'd you get for that? How much? 25 million for the British Virgin Islands. Okay, who's the negotiating team? What? We didn't put the fucking autistic boy on the case, did we? What the?
Autistic boy.
So when was this? Was it 100 years ago? Even fucking 25 million is. You had a holiday home, and you fucking sold it.
It's so funny.
What, sorry?
You used the same tactics back then. There was a Trump back then.
There was a Trump back then. The same tactics.
The pressure to either sell it or they would take it.
Sell it or they would take it. Okay, well, fucking sell it. Have you learned nothing? You could militarize.
Yeah.
Some people are
Spain
anti-war,
is.
but if you're anti-war, you better get on board with being very pro-suppression. Fuck. How many people are there in Greenland?
57,000.
57,000. Yeah, give me a more accurate figure. Is your name Alexa? You're good at this.
Oh my God.
I don't think that's ever going to get old until we own Greenland. I swear to God, we might have to play that like at least once a week. It's the greatest ever.
And we will own it soon.
It really is the greatest thing ever. But I don't know. I wouldn't. There's like some figurehead there in Greenland. I don't know what they call it, a president or something. Some kind of a. I don't think it's a title that does anything, but this guy wants to negotiate with the U.S. Of course, negotiate.
Right, yeah.
Dude, you're Greenland. You're right up there by Russia. Do you want to be just left out there? Who's going to protect you?
The premier
Denmark?
of Greenland. That's what it is. Premier.
Whatever, Jeff. It's nobody really. It's just
Jens Frederick Nielsen.
Dude, think about it like this: 57,000. Where the University of what is it? Michigan there. That stadium. What's the one of the Go Blue? What is it? That stadium is 100 and Detroit is 110,000. Well, not Detroit, it's West Detroit, but
University of Michigan, Ann Arbor.
Michigan. Yeah, it's 110,000. So you're talking about a population that can't even fill half of that damn stadium, dude.
Right.
Like barely can you imagine? Like, the stadium, it's crazy, right? I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's crazy.
Hey,
Can you imagine half of it empty? That's the population of Greenland, basically.
we went to visit a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Right? That's the population.
Crazy.
So there you go.
Fill half the stadium. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's when you start thinking about what 57,000 people are. It holds 110,000 people, man. Holy cow.
And the premier of Greenland, he was a former badminton player.
There you go. You can have all kinds of dreams if you live in Greenland. You could go from a professional badminton player, I never even heard of any such a thing,
to prime minister.
I think all of us play premier. I mean, you remember, like, you were a kid. At some point, there was the obligatory thing where someone would buy that stupid net. It would take forever to try to set the damn thing up, and it wasn't even like a real net. It was like it was only this big, right? And it was high, right? So like you had to get the little and you know what the thing you click over is a shuttlecock. You had to hit that over there, back, right?
I love playing badminton.
Everyone plays badminton. You can whack that thing, and that little thing.
Oh, you would hit it really hard. Yeah, go.
Backhand, But I don't know if you play it professionally. I think, because I guess I would put that on my, I might put that on my resume, Jeff. Like interesting, sort of interesting things.
Expert
Excuse me.
Expert level badminton player.
Badminton. Call me on it. Come on, I'll take you on. Sure,
go.
we can go over to Dick's Sporting Goods. We can buy a badminton net for $100. Sure, comes with 4 little things, and a couple shuttlecocks. There you go. Can you imagine that? You're like, it's a good thing to talk about in an interview. It's like, well, do you have any really skills to be useful? Look, I kick ass at badminton. Okay, no one's gonna beat me. I'm a secret weapon. Yeah, I'm on your team. We win. Okay, you don't even have to get involved. Badminton. He's a former badminton
And
player.
pro.
That cannot. Is badminton
He's
big
a
up
pro.
there? He's
In
pro.
Greenland, apparently. He was pro. He was
Greenland is ice and Iceland is green. It's a marketing.
he's a
concept.
member of the
course it is.
Greenland national badminton team.
Oh,
Been on the
God.
badminton team since 2009. And at the 2023 Island Games, he took gold in men's singles badminton.
Well, I think he pretty much qualifies to be premier of Greenland. Pretty much. He's got the skills, Jeff.
He's
Here we
definitely
go.
got the skills. He plays badminton. Now he can run the country.
badminton. When was the last time you even said the word badminton? Think about it. It's probably been 10 or 15 or 20 years. I mean, who says badminton? Such a dumb name anyway. This is
Badminton.
Luke Judge's. He is middle management over there at a little bank called Greenland. See, he changed his thing. A bank called Ripple. You call it a bank now because
Never
it's got
heard
a
of it.
banking license. How funny is that? He comes from the banking world. He's put this story out. NASDAQ partners with the CME to release crypto index, weighs XRP at 6.7%. And I pulled the article up here, and there it is. There's the CME group out of Chicago there. And then I'm going to have to unshare this because I got to share the audio. So let me do this with the audio. There we go. So let's see if this indeed does play the audio here because it's not a video I can download. Do you hear? Tell me if you hear audio.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hello, I'm Helena Medin and I lead ETP business at Nasdaq Nordic. I'm joined here today in Stockholm by Lindsay Nelson from our Nasdaq Index research team. Hi, Lindsay. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So I know you focus quite a bit on crypto. Could you tell us more about Nasdaq crypto indices?
Sure, Nasdaq has multiple crypto indexes. The Nasdaq Crypto Index, or NCI, is Nasdaq's flagship crypto index. It's a dynamic benchmark designed to measure the performance of the material portion of the overall digital asset market.
Rolls right off your tongue, doesn't it? Almost as if
Oh,
you're reading. Listen to her. I mean, is she reading a teleprompter? What's going on here?
He
man?
must be
Just-
reading something.
I mean,
Is-
this is.
Just a bit much. Go back.
I'll be honest with you. I did not hear one thing she said, Jeff. I was completely lost.
I
was-
missed it. I missed all of it. If
I was
you rewind
focused
it.
on there's young, whatever her name is, and there's old, whatever her name is. Like the older version of the younger version. Like, are they like related in somehow? I don't know. Just white people? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. Here we go. So she introduces her. Let's see
And
what
it's meant-
happens here. Hang on. I gotta back this thing up.
Rewind. Yeah.
So there's Helena Whedon. She's the Nordic
But it kind of threw me off that she didn't have an accent also when she started talking. At first, I thought she had an accent.
Right. She's
And then went
from.
away.
She says she's from the Nordic.
Helena
wing,
did.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
know.
joined here today in Stockholm by Lindsay Nelson.
Okay, Lindsay Nelson. Gotcha. Lindsay,
Yeah.
Very American name sounding name. Lindsay Nelson's from Sweden. There you
From
go.
our Nasdaq Index
Hi,
research
thanks
team.
for having me, Mom.
Hi, Lindsay. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So I know you focus
That's an
quite a
accent.
bit on crypto. Could you tell us more about Nasdaq crypto indices?
Sure.
Sure can. Let's Jeff.
And now
Write
we're into
this
the
down. Will you
accent
interpret?
stuff.
Let's just interpret what she's saying. I don't know if I got it all.
Sure. Nasdaq has multiple crypto indexes.
Okay.
The Nasdaq Crypto Index, or NCI, is Nasdaq's flagship crypto index. It's a dynamic benchmark designed to measure the performance of the material portion of the overall digital asset market.
What does that even mean?
What is material portion
I don't even understand
Material
what that
portion
means.
of the overall digital asset market?
The
So if you're
material
going to have,
portion- I don't know what that means.
so you have the,
The material portion. What other portion is
I
there?
I don't know
It's-
what
I
the
mean,
material portion.
of
Are there
the
any
overall-
portions other than?
I don't know. I don't understand what
I
she's
don't know.
talking about here, but she has it down. Like she knows what
No,
she's
she
saying.
knows.
It's
She
come
definitely
on,
knows.
Jeff. You didn't know that? It's the material portion
No.
of the overall digital market.
Substantial.
That's that market. Come on.
And it's meant to evolve alongside international crypto regulation.
It is meant to evolve against international.
How does it evolve?
The Nasdaq
does an
Crypto
index
Index
evolve?
US, or NCI US, is an index with a very similar methodology to the NCI, but which is
Okay.
designed to evolve with US crypto regulation.
I don't know what she's
But how
talking
does it?
about.
How does the index evolve around?
I don't know what's going on with this
Regulation.
interview. I have
Doesn't
no
an index just follow certain assets?
Yeah, it
And
does
that's it.
follow
And
sort of.
it's basically a basket of assets
What
that they
she's
follow
saying
based on a
is,
specific industry.
but the thing is, she's saying is it's designed to coordinate with either with regulation. Well, I mean, that doesn't coordinate with that. It's not has nothing to do with the index.
NASDAQ also has single asset indexes.
Now, she's saying indexes, and on the screen it's saying indices. So I don't know. Is there something going on here that I'm supposed to know?
The NASDAQ Bitcoin Reference Price Index, the NASDAQ Ether Reference Price Index, the NASDAQ Solana Reference
She's gonna run through every crypto. Here we go, Jeff. How long is this video?
Price Index, and the NASDAQ Chainlink Reference Price Index.
Yes,
What about the XRP one, dude? This is the whole reason I'm listening to this.
because there isn't one.
There is.
How long has the Nasdaq Crypto Index been active?
God, dude, this is a painful interview. All right, what's the over under on her giving you an exact number? Or is she going to rip into some legalese that's written on some presser somewhere? What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think she's going to give an exact date? Well, it's been around for 6 months. It was just released. What do you think? Is it going to be an exact time frame, or do you think she's going to give a political answer? Drum
I
roll,
think she's
please.
Can have a long answer.
Okay. I think it's something new. So I think it's going to be maybe like within the next 3 months, or who knows. Let's see if you're right. Ready? If you make a game on it, then it becomes fun to watch. Otherwise, you can't follow it. There you go.
Yeah, the NCI launched in February 2021 as NASDAQ's first digital asset
There you go. Since 2021. How about that?
index
Wow.
offering.
I did not
The
see
index
that.
was designed with three
Not over yet.
specific criteria in mind: to be representative, to be investable, and adaptable.
Investable.
So in the NCI, what assets are in the NCI? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Look at the way she's smirking. It's investable.
Could you tell us more about how Nasdaq Crypto Index is designed?
Yeah, the NCI tracks a diverse basket of USD traded digital assets, which are free float market capitalization weighted, and it applies rigorous liquidity, exchange, and custody standards for asset eligibility. It's reconstituted and rebalanced on a quarterly basis to ensure that it really
the word
reflects the industry as it evolves, and governed by a robust methodology and by a governance oversight committee.
So what is it that makes the Nasdaq Crypto Index unique?
A unique aspect of the
God, there you go.
NCI is really its eligibility criteria. This starts when we examine a broad universe of digital assets before filtering those down based on 5 key criteria.
Please, what that
First,
means.
an asset must have active tradable markets listed on at least 2 core exchanges, and core exchanges must themselves meet criteria outlined in the NCI methodology to demonstrate effective operational controls, infrastructure, and
It's funny how the other lady's pretending like she's listening. Look at this. She's just waiting to ask the next.
Understands.
She's just waiting. She's getting a little head nod, like she's trying to stay awake, right? She can't wait. She
Eyes
can't
are
wait.
glazed over.
She cannot wait just to ask the next question. Like as soon as you pause, I'm asking the next question. Look at this.
infrastructure and
Without
regulatory
word puffery.
compliance. Secondly, an asset must be supported by at least 1 core custodian, and core custodians must also meet criteria around compliance, operations, and security. Next, an asset must demonstrate a certain level of liquidity in order to be considered eligible, and this rule is really meant to improve the investability of the index. Finally, an asset must be eligible for listing in an ETP on certain European exchanges and have free-floating pricing, meaning it can't be
This is why people hate stuff like this, Jeff. It serves no purpose. Like if you wrote this, you wouldn't even read past the second paragraph. Now you gotta listen to an interview of people like basically reading stuff. It's horrible, man.
pegged to the value of other assets. When assets meet these conditions, they're considered eligible and must then meet an additional
that back
market
up there. What was that last one?
capitalization threshold before
I'll
being
put a pause on
selected
that.
as a constituent and weighted according to their relative free float market capitalization.
Gonna put a pause on her real
Of course,
quick.
the full index
so we
methodology
can cover
Okay.
this.
I'm
Here.
not even listening to her.
Here, extra people. Plumbing said, allegedly, material portion means a significant, important, non-trivial part, not a small or irrelevant part.
Great. Now I'm more confused than I was before I asked what it was, what it meant. I mean, what the hell does that mean?
The material portion of it. The material
It's-
portion of
Yeah,
the
the
industry.
significant. Yeah, the
It's
significant, non-trivial part. But what does that mean?
But what assets are they tracking? Are they
I'm
tracking
gonna
all
get into
assets?
yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Like, we're actually gonna break it down.
But the
we're almost
index
through
can't
this.
just track if you're investing. If you're going to
Worksheet can
invest,
be
and has
found
a
on our
and
website.
it has a
Thank you.
number.
Thank you.
I don't get it.
That was something, Jeff. I gotta be honest with you, that was something. I gotta
It
get
was,
rid of that.
wasn't it?
That was something, I gotta tell you.
God.
All right, let's just I don't even know why. I thought that I didn't listen to that video because I couldn't get past it. Sometimes I just tuned out. It's just gobbledygook, you know.
So here's the NCI, right? It's up. What happened here? 4,000. What is the index? What is it tied to? Basically, it's just a basket. It's tracking a basket of equities. Why is this even? Let's give some transparency on this.
Well, according to this here, I have a breakdown here, Jeff, of how this works.
Yeah, you do have a breakdown? All right, let's see.
It's actually on the same page. So that's gobbledygook. It says the stupid interview.
Okay.
The innovative crypto, so the benchmark, there it is, adaptable, representative, and investable.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's core exchanges and core custodians right here.
Okay, zoom in on those.
So you got Bitstamp, Coinbase, Gemini, Ipit, Kraken,
Okay.
LMAX Digital, BitGo, Coinbase with Fidelity, Gemini, Kamani, I've heard of that, and Zodia. And so the overview here, crypto index overview. There it is. It tracks a diverse basket of USD traded assets, applies liquidity exchange. And so these are them right here. This is what it tracks: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, Stellar Lumens, and Uniswap.
And this is tracking the ETPs. This is based on ETPs or ETFs, not the assets themselves.
Correct. Yeah, it's a basket. So, which is weird that they're either it's weighted almost 7% of XRP in the basket. The biggest part of it's Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Which is like almost 3/4, right? It's almost 75%. And then it breaks down to Ethereum, and then it starts trickling down. Like Uniswap seems like an odd one to pick. I could see Lumens, even Chainlink, maybe Cardano, Solana. I could see that.
Such a small percentage.
Yeah. What's the point of having Uniswap at 0.14? 0.32 for Lumens,
0.5, even 1.
So so it kind of makes sense, Bitcoin being 1, 2, Ethereum, and 3, XRP, then Solana and Cardano. So kind of almost mirrors market cap. We talk about the performance since its inception and insights on crypto. Talk your ticker. Oh no, is this another one? Oh, this is another one with this. Oh, she's in another interview. We can't watch this. She's interviewing this dude. I wonder if he's memorized talking points
or reading them.
Yeah, I mean, here it is. Here's some other related indexes here. So you got the crypto index, the U.S. index, got a Bitcoin reference price, Ether,
and that's
Solana.
what you mentioned. The NCI US.
Right. That's weird. So this symbol is NXRP. NASDAQ.
So the NASDAQ Bitcoin reference price is looking strictly at Bitcoin ETFs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Because you look at this right here, this is the reference price index just for like the XRP. Then there's the basket that kind of has all of them weighted in one basket, but these seem to be individual, right? So a minus 32% return doesn't seem like a good investment to me. I'm sorry.
Let's go all in on that one.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem like it's going to work out in the long run, really, quite honestly. Let's see what the Bitcoin one looks like. God, that's something. Where's the Bitcoin? There it is. But these are just reference prices, though. Minus 3.8, not as bad.
Over the past year. That's basically since when?
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know where they're tracking it from. Who knows? Anyway, I guess, some of this has been around since 2021. I had no clue. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, I don't even care.
Get it.
Basket of deplorables are way more fun, man.
Who gets to define the index component weights? Exactly.
Of course the bankers do. Of course they win. They're gonna tell you how it's weighted. Of course they're gonna define it. Jim D, of course you know that.
Money, 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 money.
Well, it's Money by ABBA. I was thinking the other money one that used to be the Donald Trump theme song for his TV show. Money, 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 money. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, you can't play it here because we'll get a copyright strike. For some reason, we had copyright strikes our last two shows.
Yeah.
So it means you don't get paid the $1.37 we were counting on, Jeff.
That's it.
37.
Done.
Look at this here. So the U.S. Senate Banking Committee, the GOP side, Chairman Tim Scott moving forward on digital asset market structure legislation, delivering clear rules on Main Street. So here was his statement on this, because he's kind of been leading this up. He said the legislation is about making America the crypto capital of the world, and so the next generation of jobs and innovation is built here, not overseas. And we set clear rules. We give entrepreneurs the confidence to start companies, hire workers, and grow right here in the United States. We also make it harder for criminals and foreign adversaries to use new technology to rip off Americans or undermine our financial system. Yeah, good luck on that. After months of serious bipartisan work, it's time to move forward and deliver final results and real results for the American people, Chairman.
Deliver.
Please do, will you? I mean, God, I thought this was going to get done last year. Oh,
Just
apparently
deliver.
not. Stand and deliver is what I want to hear. That's what I want to know.
Steve Willett says the Swedish chef used to put everything in the pot as well.
Orange
For the
the freaking Swedish chef. Now you're talking some sense, Steve Willits. This is stuff we need to talk about, not this other garbage.
So there's Dejoven that also said, I don't get what NASDAQ's getting into crypto means. Does this mean that we're going to be trading cryptos through the stock market and not on exchanges?
I don't know, man. We watched the interview. Nobody can figure it out. There's a lot of buzzwords, a lot of stuff going on there. You know what? Just put that in Grok. Take that page and put it in Grok and say, explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Because I mean, quite honestly, Jeff, I don't know.
Put that video in. Say, can you?
No, I don't think. I don't know if you can do the video. I don't even think Grok cares about the video. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put that into Grok. I'm going to Grok, explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old. No, let's
Crypto
see.
capital in a
12.
distributed nationalist ledger system. Brilliant. Paper crypto. You got to love it.
Like
I'm loving this index. The NCI is 4,550. And it's continuously moving. That's a today's 1/1/1/26. It's nice. 1 of 1/1.
Interesting. Huh.
111. Those are all good numbers. 1 is a good number. 11 is a good number. It's perfect.
See. Okay, so here we go, Jeff. So, okay, imagine that you're 15 years old and you know about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe you even have a tiny bit in your wallet, or you've seen the prices go crazy on TikTok. Now, the page you linked is about something in NASDAQ. Yeah, the same huge stock market people who track Apple, Tesla, and those big companies created for crypto. They made special lists called indexes. They're like playlists, but for crypto prices. Think of it like this. The S&P 500 is a list of 500 biggest U.S. companies. If the S&P 500 goes up, it usually means that the stock market's doing good. You don't have to buy all 500 stocks yourself. You can just buy one thing, like an ETF that copies the whole list. NASDAQ did the same thing, but for crypto. Their main one is called the NASDAQ Crypto Index, or NCI, sometimes called NASDAQ CME Crypto Index, after they teamed up with another big finance company called CME. This index is basically a basket of the most important cryptocurrencies right now, early 26. It looks like this, what we talked about before. They only pick coins that are super liquid, so a lot of people are actually trading them, that are available on a trusted, serious exchanges, not sketchy ones. And they're stored safely by professional custodians, like super secure crypto banks. Every few months, quarterly, they check, is this thing big enough and safe enough to stay in the basket? If a new coin blows up and meets the rules, it gets added. If something gets old and tiny, it'll get kicked out. So the changes with the market stays fresh. Well, why should anybody care? Because now normal investors and even big funds, like retirement accounts, can buy one simple thing, like the NASDAQ Crypto Index ETF ticker, instead of making 10 different crypto wallets, buying each coin separately on exchanges, blah, blah. Okay, that makes sense. In short, NASDAQ took the Wild West of crypto, put some guardrails on it, made a smart top coin basket, and now people invest in almost anything as easily as
Now
buying
you can
shares of stuff.
That's in the NCI. Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
See that? Explain it to me like I'm a 15-year-old, and it did. And I understood it, Jeff, which is great. It's always a good sign. That's a good
See?
sign in itself.
Now it all makes sense. See that? Everybody gets it now.
Everybody understands. You see how that works?
Jim says gentler now at NASDAQ developing indexes to push Bitcoin and ETH. That's
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, you remember a while back, the whole no kings. The left, they came up with a clever idea and they said, you know what? We really think Donald Trump is a king. Yeah, let's have a no kings rally, right? So they had this supposedly largest rally ever in the United States. And a bunch of nitwits got together and now who do you think was the top funder in this? So they basically released the numbers and here's the top financiers.
Probably the UK.
Look, well, I don't know what Arabella is. I don't know what that is. Arabella invested 79 million, but check this out. Warren Buffett,
Big number. 16.
16
Ford.
million. Warren Buffett gave 16 millions. That's insane. Look at Ford.
Yeah.
You know where Ford's
15
located,
million.
don't you?
Yep. Dearborn.
Dearborn. There you go. 51 million. Rockefeller's 26 million.
And who's tied?
And why is this weird? Now, why shouldn't Soros at 72 million be right up under Arabella? 72 million.
Why the list is all out of whack. It's not in alphabetical order.
No, not at all.
Not in numerical order. It's in no order. It's just numbers.
I don't know what Tides is, but Jeff, the total is almost $294 million, 487,641. Now, why did you needed that kind of money to put this so-called organic protest together? I mean, I didn't know Buffett was that much of a lefty or even cared about no kings. This is weird. Elon Musk commented, he said, the most ironic outcome is capitalists paying for their own destruction. Fate loves irony.
Right. It does. Fate does love irony.
It's a nice way to say you're incredibly stupid. You know, the funniest thing that
these people are coming out.
Yeah, it's I don't get it myself personally, Jeff. It's a very strange thing.
But that whole thing kind of came and went. The whole Kings thing.
Oh yeah, it did.
Not America.
It definitely came and went.
It's like the whole BLM thing. Look at all the fraud and corruption.
Yeah.
I think they were arrested. The heads of that organization.
So dumb. So I just wanted to play a little segue here. We can jump into some other topics. This is Ben Bankus. He does comedy, but it's really political comedy. We've had him play this stuff. Tides Foundation. So all right. So all those is it Warren Buffett and Soros entities? Is that what it is? Because that Arabella. Find out what the Arabella is. I don't know what Arabella is. So
that's a lot of money for Arabella.
So it's another Soros thing. So they can say, you know, they can. But check out this dude's always going out to the left.
This is the thing with all the people who make the videos online and, you know, with the, you know, I'm going to fucking find a nice, all those people, they're not serious people. You know what I mean? Do you know serious people? Like, have you ever met a serious person? They have like a wine collection. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, I just got back from Paris and, you know, they're doing stuff. Right? These people aren't serious people. And, you know, we've given a voice to too many losers.
That's true.
In this, you know, because we have politicians representing the loser people. Like AOC's like, I'm here for the fucking retards and the losers and the idiots and the easily convinced. You know, and all these people like at the ICE protests, nobody's illegal on stolen land. What kind of fucking stupid sentence is that to be? Nobody's illegal on. If it's stolen, wouldn't it make us all illegally here? And then you go, okay, well you leave, and they're like, I like my little garbage den, but Nobody's It's stolen land. What kind of bullshit? First of all, you know, white people stole the land, so finders keepers. And when white people stole the land, they made a couple regulations that we've deviated from because we, you know, the AOCs and the other, you know, the retard leader people and the Tim Waltzes and the fucking, you know. He wants to be a fucking Civil War general. It's like, bro, you look like you get pegged. You can't fucking be a Civil War general. We're starting a civil war to protect the Somalians.
This guy's great.
Protect his voting base is what he means. That's why all the Democrats are so mad at ICE. We don't want ICE here because if they come here, they'll get everybody out and then we'll lose.
Yeah.
And then the country will be better. And then people will be richer. And people will be freer. And that makes them feel bad.
Not wrong.
Oh my God.
I like AOC as she's the leader of the retard people. That's the best ever. Don't you like that, Jeff? Don't you like to somehow like all this supposed things that were like inappropriate? Like we couldn't say all these things. Look at this one.
Oh, now you can say anything.
Now you can say this one. And I like this girl here
Anything and
because
everything.
she goes hard on the retard word. She goes the gay word. Look at this. Because you know, when you were younger, you're just like, oh, that's gay. It didn't mean it was like homosexual. It just meant it was stupid. That was like what you associated with gay. It used to be like in the 30s, you said, we're gonna have a gay time. And that just meant you were gonna have fun. Then it became, well, that's super gay. Like nobody wants to be part of that. But now it's coming back. But listen to this girl here. She's making some, tell me if she's making some points here.
Everyone is weak and gay. Even your enemies are weak and gay. Basically, this woman, Sia Weaver, she's supposed to be an advocate for tennis, sure. She gets confronted outside of her home and asked,
Now, you know this one? This is the one I'm on Dami's team. The one that said you're going to pay 30%. If you make 500,000, you'll pay 30% and you'll get to live there. And if you don't make any money, you get to live there for free. But if you make 100,000, you get to pay 30%, 30 grand, you get to live there. And so listen, I don't know if you heard this. This is the best. This is what I love about these people. They're so stupid.
oh, since you said all this stuff about taking away white home ownership, does that include your mother's $1.6 million house? Then she starts crying like a goblin. Can you imagine the Bolsheviks being confronted about their hypocrisy and then crying like this? They're looking on her and going, what a weak gay. You got asked a question and you're going to cry. How are you going to carry out the mass executions that are necessary for your plan if you can't even handle being questioned about why you're
mass executions?
See, so our enemies are also weak and gay. So this should make you take heart, right? Because you might look around and you might look around at your siblings or your fellow Americans and go, God, how are we ever going to win? Everyone's so weak, fake, and gay. But then you have to go look at the other side and go, oh, they're also weak, fake, and gay. So this is going to be a homosexual World War III, and whoever's the least weak, fake, and gay is going to win. You just have to be less weak, fake, and gay than whatever this is.
Again, landed some good.
That's so great.
Again, she landed some pretty good points.
The fun is just beginning for the New York City.
And it's going to be glorious. It really is. And they're going to act surprised, like, geez, we didn't know about that. Well, we didn't.
They're already acting surprised.
They're like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember. Well, yeah, it was up front. And then, do you remember when Mamdani was hanging out at 3 a.m. at one of the gay clubs?
Oh yeah.
Well, after they start rounding up the gays and stoning them in like Central Park or wherever they're going to do that, they'd be like, I don't remember that part. And then the Jews were like hanging out with their like brothers in arms. They're hanging out, and the Jews were like, no, we trust this guy. Oh. And the very first day in office, he basically gets rid of the executive order, basically protecting the Jewish people. Right. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, and they're like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. It's just insane. I just don't understand. I don't understand, Jeff.
Be really quick. Oh, well, We are way past. We're in the 45-minute zone. So you got to play this. Get your Yetis ready. Make sure you type in the Yeti. This song might be a little bit of a departure.
Oh, it's a big departure. There's never been anything like it.
I don't think we've done anything like it up to
Not
this
even
point.
close.
No. All right. Well, here we go.
It's fantastic.
Wait on the mountain. Still in my hand. Snow never broke us. We break the land. Eyes in the dark. Fangs in the grin. Hear that drum. Yeah. We're in. Yeah, they born wild. Cold blood, cold. White tribe bandits. Walk that road. Badass haters, white tribe. Clan bandits stuck outside. Put it to coffee black as night. So then fuel lock it in. Yeti town, let it hit. Shout it loud. Yeti. Beaches are mine now. No sham, no flame, no whoop, no real gold, no joke. Badass hitters, born for a battle, made for a legend. Badass hitters, total badassery on the chain, is on the chain. On the chain.
Woo.
On the chain.
On the chain. Woo. On the chain. Mumble rap. We haven't done mumble rap yet. No mumble raps yet.
No.
There you go.
Mumble rap.
Yeah, you're right. 100% spot on. How did you know that? It's Hank Williams. Of course it is.
Hank Williams.
Oh man, you're such a what do you call it? Music history buff. My God, that's fantastic. Right on. Yeti. We got 9 in there right now. The Yetis. What do you think about that, Jeff? 9. That's
9.
I think that's a good start. Jeff, I watched this podcast about a month or two ago, and I think I brought it up once on the podcast, but it somehow came up in my feed like it was something new. I always hate that. It's like, there's something new. It's like, this happened 10 months ago or whatever. But I thought this was very interesting. This is a Chinese dissident who is doubting the population of China at 1.3 billion.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you've seen this, but
I have seen this.
This is very interesting, and I love this guy, Danny Jones. I listen to almost all his podcasts because he has like people like space aliens, all kinds of weird stuff, and he sometimes is like, well, what does that mean? What is this? And he has very interesting people. But this was on maybe 2 months ago. But here we go.
You are ready for the number?
Yes.
At one point, I projected under 400 million.
What?
500 million. Under 500 million.
Under 500 million.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that they have a very similar population to the United States and China?
Yes.
Wow. She's like, look at her. She's like, she's really down on this whole thing too, but she makes a good case for it.
There's 1 billion people missing.
And this goes back to what we were saying in the beginning or earlier in the podcast with all of the fake IDs and all of this stuff being found out.
Yeah, there's possibly 1 billion people missing. It's not a demographic question, Danny. It's a mathematical question. Let me ask you. It takes a couple to have 2 children to replace themselves, right? Think about it.
Yes, 2 children.
If every couple produces 2 children,
the population stinks level.
Right. So, do you know how many children does every woman needs to have in her lifetime in order to triple its population in 50 years?
To triple its population in 50 years, you need to have what? Let me guess. I'm terrible at math.
I'll give you the answer because I asked AI. It's a crazy mathematical. If a country needs to triple or grow its population by 2.5 times, let's just say 2.5 times.
Okay.
Over a span of 50 years.
5 kids.
Each woman, you're right. Each woman needs to give birth on average between 4.5 to 5.5 children.
Wow.
Okay. Now China grew its population officially from 1950. That's when the CCP took over to control. Okay. China's population in 1950 was about 500 million. In the year 2000, 50 years later, China's population was about 1.27 billion. Okay, so it grew 2.5 times, right? From 500 million to 1.27 billion. That's 2.5 times over 50 years. Chinese women did not have, on average, have 5 children because of the one-child policy.
Yes.
Because of the Great Famine. Because of the Great Famine, tens of millions of people died. Because of Cultural Revolution. So China, from one political movement to another, and then to almost 4 decades of single-child policy, there's no way Chinese women had 5 kids.
Amazing. It's actually a really good podcast, and it was funny because Jim D was saying that Danny plugs in the diversity of conspiracy theory activists to get a market share of them all. Yeah, but I mean, he has pretty good people on there. A lot of people are like self-researchers. They've done a lot of digging, but how different are they than supposedly, the university educated people? They still bring receipts and question stuff.
And there's a lot of empty cities throughout China. And Sir John said, again, I've counted city by city, town by town, official data from India, and there's not more than 500 million of them.
But this is interesting.
India, their streets are, especially in Mumbai, every square inch of the city just packed with people.
Yeah, the big cities are, but that's the thing.
The big cities.
Same with
when
China.
I drove from Mumbai to Ahmedabad. It was a 7-hour drive through the mountains. All of a sudden, there was nobody.
Right.
As we drove up and we saw some small towns, they were crowded, but nothing on the scale of, massive, like packed. It was like small towns, just a lot of people outside. But it was very interesting to see that. Mumbai, New Delhi, even New Delhi, we got around New Delhi. It wasn't as packed like Mumbai.
But this is, I've sort of doubted some of these figures too, like over time, like how do you, and one of the things she talked about was in the 1950s, look at the population too, but also too, what you don't see in the clip we played, where she talked about stuff that had been on websites that got scrubbed, right? Like taking down stuff that would kind of prove to the fact that something's definitely off. Now, is it 400 million? It's probably more like 500 or 600 million, but I don't think there's any way that it's 1.3 billion people. And it's interesting what Sir John's saying here too, that if you go through, because of course the big cities are crowded too, and like even when I was in Japan, it's like you go through and you see it's just for a pretty small swath of land, compared to the US or other countries, you go through and when you're taking that bullet train, you're flying, you really realize there's like it's very rural, very compact of what you can see off of the train, but there's just a lot of open land. There's like nobody lives there. It's just so I don't know how they drill down. So Sir John says, I've counted from the most populated down to the last on the list. That's 11,000 people and came to 360 million. Needed like over 1 million small towns to make 1.5 billion. Yeah. So I mean, why are we getting rolled on this? And is when people do like a census, I mean, are they conducting the same kind of a thing with the census? I mean, like, how are these numbers so vastly different? We're going down that conspiracy lane right now, but I almost feel like there is something to it. I don't know.
That's right. Well, Visual Vendetta said conspiracies these days are about 1 to 2 years before they become fact.
Sometimes 3 months. With the government, with the news cycle, it's like 48 hours. So it's pretty damn quick.
Chinese statistician, way too dumb.
The best thing about Keir Starmer going off on like X was making these AI AI things. So like now everybody's putting him, he's wearing diapers, talking to Trump, so he's mad because it was making images of people, and there you go. And now he's wearing women's shoes.
Come up with this stuff.
The funny thing about this is like it doesn't seem like a stretch to me. I mean, you're like, well, that's AI. You're like, is it? I don't know. It feels kind of real to me. I mean, do you think this dude doesn't wear diapers and women's high heel shoes around 10 Downey Place? 10 Downey Street. I think he does. Like, I'm not thinking like this is something so like bizarrely weird.
Wacky.
Yeah,
It's
it was like
definitely a little wacky.
people act like, oh, that is so odd. Stuff like this. I mean, people are mad about it. You see that?
Oh God.
I mean, they're just there. You go. Oh, that's vile right there. My God. Oh, here's him and Mark Carney. Geez, that's something. Holy cow!
They were
I love this. Trump is throwing ice into people's faces. That's great.
dancing.
Throws it. Who's he gonna hit? Oh, AOC. Oh, that had to hurt.
Ice Cube.
Trump is having so much fun, isn't he? I don't know. And then you look at that and you go like, you sure that's not him? So yeah, I mean that's kind of what happens. Look at that. Oh my God, no.
Yo, Keir Starling is an evil shit. That's right.
Two-tier Cure. Oh, that's one of his best nicknames of all time. My goodness, wow. It's just too much.
Oh, we've got some good videos on Iran, I think, today.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch. I don't know if you saw this. There's a terrorist thing going on stateside here. Jeff, I don't know the video, but I have this. Laura Loomer posted this. Vehicular jihad in Los Angeles. A person driving a U-Haul with a banner that said "No Shah" rammed into a group of Iranian protesters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, it's getting dirty. Yeah, let's play some of these videos, which are really interesting. And one of the cool things that Elon Musk recently did was he opened up Starlink so that, because the first thing they want to do is shut down the internet. They don't want to see mass killings. They don't want anybody to know about that. But that's exactly what they're doing. I thought this woman's I'm seeing a lot of bravery with women, not so much with men. But this woman here is wearing a headscarf, totally covered up, and she's had enough. Here she is. You see that she's wearing a full jacket, it's got a scarf on. First thing she does is take off the headscarf. Right? Tosses it on the ground. Lets her hair out. Then she's got a black mini skirt on with a t-shirt that says F Khomeini on it. I mean, pretty much you get killed for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
F Khomeini, it says on it. Man. I'm seeing young girls take off their headscarves, their wraps, and like let their hair down. They're wearing normal Western style clothing. So
47 years. It's just like it's been so long. It's time to liberate the Iranians.
Yeah, and I'm just hoping that Israel or the U.S. somehow gets involved, because you just can't have this. So here's a message. I think we already read that one. I think we already saw that one. Hang on a second.
Let's see.
That one looks like it's.
Put that one up. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know if we saw
the Christian one. I think we saw.
This is a message from the people of Iran to the Islamic Republic.
Oh, F yourself.
You cut the internet, but our voice crosses borders. You kill people in the streets. Every drop of blood you spill becomes the flood of your fall. 47 years of repression. Still, but it ends here. Because the voice of our revolution cannot be silenced. We continue until the fall of the Islamic Republic.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, they don't want anything to do with Islam or none of that stuff. They're not down on that thing.
They're not Muslims. So
They're not.
here, Charles said, who had Iran and Venezuela getting liberated before the UK, Canada, and Australia on their bingo
Not
card?
even close to the bingo card. Good point, Charles. Nobody had it. I don't think anybody thought. Although I did ask my buddy before the game who he had. He said the Bills. I asked you, Jeff, who you had. But he predicted the exact score. He said 27-24, Bills.
That's
and he was
pretty
right. I was like, damn, bro, you got some lottery numbers for me?
Early this morning, but this was written to me early this morning. Why at our house church here in southern Iran, brothers asked me to write you to beg the church in the West to pray for Iran. For all of us who are hostages of this Islamic Republic, Ayatollahs and their regime, while $100 equals 7 million toman, that's their money. The morality police is back to beating us to death for not keeping Islamic rules and laws. We worked a month for only $100. Everybody are hungry and mentally unstable at this point. Because of sanctions, there is no medicine for us. For years, we are shouting for help, but no one comes. Islamic Republic is not Iran. Please tell the church in the West, Islamic Republic is not Iran. Last night, everybody here, pray Israel, be safe. We prayed for hours, and we hear none die. And we were happy of this. But dear brother, we were happy about the attack because this might be the beginning of our nation being invaded by Israel and the U.S. in order to save us. We pray, U.S. and our Jewish brothers, the Israelites that we love, come set us free. Sorry. And let the history know that we Iranians are the only people who want to be invaded by the West to free us from this Islamic devil. Beg the church to pray for innocent people of Iran because we are under attack by these demons for more than 47 years now. The rate of suicide is the highest it has ever been. If we will be wise enough not to kill ourselves, we may end up just dying in prison for not obeying this Islamic Republic or for knowing our great Jewish King Jesus. He is our God. Please ask them to pray.
There you go. Well, Jim's saying we can't get sucked in another Mideast war. Geez, Jim, I don't think you've been paying attention to recent headlines. Seems like you've kind of missed some major news out there. Trump's way of doing it is you get in, you get out. You hit him hard, you get the guy out of there, you set him free. That's how you do it. There ain't boots on the ground. Trump's not a boots on the ground guy. Israel's not going to be boots on the ground. They're going to coordinate something and they're going to be gone. And the people are going to get, the Persians are going to go back to their people. They're not Muslims. Someone put in here that they're brainwashed. They're not brainwashed. Persians are great brainwashed, not necessarily brainwashed by Islam. Over the years, some may have fallen. Most of them don't give a crap about it, man. They want out. They want their country back. They want to go back to the way the country was. And again, it just goes to show you how it didn't take much, man. They killed the Shah. And the next thing you know, boom, these nut jobs rolled in and everyone just let them. First thing you got to do is you got to make a constitution. And one of those top things in the Constitution has to be freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. Then you protect against tyranny and you don't have these nut job, Stone Age Neanderthals coming in and taking over your country for 47 years. That's how it works, Jeff. Let's see, we got some other videos here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a woman right here. Why she left Islam.
What happens to Muslims when they choose to leave Islam?
I told them the whole story and that I had converted to Christianity, and they helped me to find an apartment. And the apartment happened to be right in front of a police station because God knew what was coming. Providence. because when my parents found out, they called me home. And there in that living room of my parents, my mother, my father, and a Muslim scholarly person was there. So he was there, and the Muslim scholar, he folded his hands, said, you know what happens in Islam when you leave the religion. And I knew what happens. It's the death penalty. But I was just thinking, I'm living in Linz. How are they going to do that in Linz?
Yeah.
And he just said to me, you know, normally you get 3 days. That's Sharia law. You get 3 days.
To recant.
Yeah. And it's not just persuading the convert into accepting Islam again. No, it's torturing the convert so that he can become Muslim again. And if they don't, then you kill them. And that's not just a radical interpretation. That's, as I said,
It's like a loving religion, Jeff.
teaching of the Prophet Muhammad. And in my case, he said, we give you 2 weeks to come back. And otherwise, please don't let us do what we have to do otherwise. And I
Seriously?
was just frozen because my family had just sentenced me to death in Linz.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I ended up at the police station, told them the entire story. The policeman first said, why don't you convert back to Islam?
What?
I mean, what does it matter what religion you have, right?
Yeah, it's all fake anyway.
Yeah, so why don't you convert back to Islam? And I told him everything that has happened. And then he went from one extreme to the other extreme, which was he needs to arrest my father because of all the violations. I didn't want him to arrest me. I started to cry. And I didn't want to harm my parents. I just wanted them to protect me. Yeah. And police starts investigating. Then I receive a letter. It's about your husband. And I just went, wait, I haven't married.
Yeah.
And turns out my father signed the marriage certificate himself. And all of a sudden I was married. But according to the world that he comes from, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Because in many cases, the bride doesn't even have to be present. It's just the men in the family who can sign for her. And then she's married. That's what he did in Austria. And you, by the way, I know of girls who've had that happen to them in Brooklyn and other places in the US. This is not just a European thing, okay? This is happening here. I have met victims in the US who are going through similar things. I went against that, and then my cousin called me and said, you're not going to experience this day anymore. And he hung up, and I knew he was coming for me. That day I left Linz.
You see, this is exactly why so many of them are afraid to even think about leaving their religion because of the persecution. But we know as Christians that Jesus blesses those who leave their family. And that is exactly what this woman did here. So God bless her soul.
There you go, Jeff. Well, it's time for the raffle, my man.
That's it.
107.
It's that time.
Play that amazing tune again. That thing's going to be in my head all day. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
WEF approved Sharia would send world population to 250 within a month. That's it.
First of all, the WEF is a useless organization. That needs to be taken down, too.
Another one that has to. There's a lot of these.
You know what I always see? Like, there's always a liberal coming up my feed and says, did you vote MAGA? Honestly, I know you probably supported Trump, but did you vote to get rid of the Department of Education? I'm like, yeah, I did. I did.
Oh, yeah.
They're always asking questions like, did you vote for this? I'm like, I voted for it all, man. Every single bit of it I voted for, you know. There's always some question they're asking. What about this? Yep, I voted for that too. That's exactly what I voted for. So it's always good to see that. Look at
the greatest.
Look at that.
Greatest thing.
Hey guys, what's up? What's going on, man?
What is up,
Jason? What's going on, man? There we go. Zober's in here. You got everybody's here. It's awesome. It is awesome. So there you go. Let's go ahead and play this banger of a tune. And you guys, you know the drill. We've got 12 in here right now. If you haven't typed Yeti, Y-E-T-I, you're gonna go ahead and type that in. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have your Zaman wallet ready. Your digits. Get your digits from your Zaman wallet. And then you're going to give them to us, and you're going to also let us know what your X handle is, because we always post it after the show. Congratulations. And we post it out there. And Jim D knows that because he won yesterday, and we had some interaction there.
And here's the bandit that you're going to win. Look at this guy.
Bandit.
Badass is what he is. He's a badass bandit. Badass Yetis of the white tribe. And he's got his sword in hand or his knife in hand. He's getting ready to slit some throats. That's what he does. But here we go.
Look at this one. For you, Chip, you're a racist, sir. I'm horrible. Gosh, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? I do love being called a racist, though. I'm like, would a racist marry someone from a different race? I must be really bad at doing that too. I guess that's not. It's something I've really done well at. So there you go.
Is that an Islamic story?
Oh yeah, it is. It's got Islamic instructions on the back after it sticks you in the stomach and cuts your intestines out and lets it drop all over, so you can watch it in front of you. Yigged. Okay, we've got 13 in here. Play the tune, and we'll come back and we'll see who's going to win this puppy.
Gonna get more. What, like 17 to
Bandit.
18
Who's going to win
by
the
the time we're
Bandit?
done. Who is going to win?
Who's going to win? I don't know.
Bandit.
I don't know. Jim D's not entering, so he can't win if he doesn't enter.
Here we go.
Wait on the mountain. Still in my hand. Snow never broke us. We break the land. Eyes in the dark. Fangs in the grin. Hear that drum? Yeah. We're in. Yeah, they born wild. Cold blood, cold. White tribe bandits. Walk that road. Badass haters, white tribe. Clan bandits stuck outside. Put it to Rico, free black as night. So then fuel lock it in. Yeti town, let it hit. Shut it loud. Yeti. Beaches are mine now. No sham, no flame, no real gold, no joke. Badass hitters, born for a battle, made for a legend. Badass hitters, total badassery on the chain. Is on the chain. On the chain.
Woo! Ooh! Wow! That was something.
What?
Jeff. Woo!
That's what Julius used to sound like when he barked. You go woo,
woo, woo. All right, well, let's do the Yeti drawing. Here we go, guys. Get the music ready. Get it queued up. Sorry, guys. That's too funny.
So funny to me.
That's all right. It's all right.
That's awesome.
I'm not racist. I'm a pragmatist. I don't like anybody. There you go. See? Crypto Web's already down. Look at Crypto Web here. I already have my... See? Let's see that sometimes.
All right.
By the way, Jilly just elected a guy who's the Trump dude. Like, he's like a Trump guy, but he basically founded the Republican Party in 2019. He ran against the socialists, and then they had high crime, and he promised all this free shit that nobody ever got. So this new guy is German. His parents were German. So interesting. All right, let's go, guys. There you go. Who's gonna win? Let's go. Boom. Smithson wins. Mark Smithson wins. Mark Smithson wins. Smithson wins. There you go. He wants to pay it forward to Elon Tron.
Ooh, Elon Tron. Look at that. Elon Tron, are you still here with us?
Leon, if you're
still
here,
and you have a Zaman wallet.
You have a Zaman, or Joey, or anything that connects to X or
anything that connects to
Cafe. Joey wallet works too.
Joey or Zaman. And there you go.
Is that Croatian guy, the president of Chile? Boric, his name? No, not the new dude. No, this guy's his parents were German. He was born in 1961. His parents were German. His father was in the was a Nazi, actually.
There he is. Yes, Mark
is a winner.
Is the winner, but he paid it forward, and he wants you to have it.
He wants you to have it. So get your damn wallet and stop complaining about it. Start thanking Mark Smithson for being a really cool dude. There you go. For being a really cool dude. Look at that. I love it. We have all kinds of winners here, man. So I wanted to show this really quick, Jeff. This is interesting. In Alberta, they needed to get signatures, 177,000 signatures. And there it is right there. Alberta independence petition needs 177,000 signatures. The lines were wrapped around and around and around. It's insane how many people turned up for this. Here's another video during daytime. Just look at the line; it just goes on forever. So I don't think they'll have any issues of getting to that magical number. I really don't.
No, I think they'll get there.
Yeah.
Elian Tron wants to pass it forward. So Mark Smithson passed it. Elian passed it.
Elian, who are you going to pass it to?
Elian, you have to pick someone or we got to roll the dice.
If you want us to roll again, we can do that too. Might be the easiest way.
Visual Vendetta. There we go.
Visual Vendetta. There you go.
Visual Vendetta.
But the wolf's not giving up. He's still giving you his license.
Visual Vendetta.
Visual Vendetta. We need your Zaman, or if that's we already have it. Zaman.
Right.
Zaman. Look at this guy while we're waiting.
It's not a religion, it is a political movement. Egypt was a Christian country and it was conquered by Islam. Yemen was Christian and Islam conquered it. Morocco was Christian and Islam conquered it. Iraq was Christian and Islam conquered it. For 1400 years, Islam has been conquering countries, and the next big dog on the list is America. And if the American church does not wake up, not in fear, but wake up to preach the truth of the Bible,
I know. Next is the UK and all of Europe. But nice try.
you will lose this country. The devil wants America, but we want Jesus to reign here. If you want Jesus, you got to reject Muhammad. If you want the Bible, you got to reject the Quran. If you want the 10 Commandments, you got to reject Sharia law. If you want churches, you got to reject the mosque. You will either have Jesus or Muhammad, but you can't have both.
There you go. That's true. You cannot have both, Jeff.
Cannot have both. Choose one or the other.
You can only have one, to be honest. Forget about even entertaining the two. You can't even have both of them.
They do not coexist.
So what do we got there? We got the license
All right,
yet?
here we go. Here we go. Visual Vendetta. Getting ready to transfer this bad boy over to you right now. Thumbprinting it. Yeah, it's verifying. It's on its way over to you, and you're going to have it in 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Go.
Submitted successfully. You now are the proud owner of Badass Yeti number 1415. The Badass Yeti, a bandit clan from the White Tribe.
Very cool. Very cool. You got to like it, Jeff. You really do.
Oh, indeed.
It really is fantastic.
Indeed.
All right, guys. Well, let's see. We got what's going on. What's going on with the score of the game? I was relying on the scores here. I gotta look. What was the last update? The last update.
Indeed.
Yeah, we got Chargers playing Patriots. There we go. Thank you for that. So New England's at 6, Chargers at 3. These games have been really low scoring in the beginning. So is it halftime yet? It is halftime. Interesting. It's a very low scoring game. So basically, field goal kickers. Nobody's getting near that end zone. Everyone's playing some hard defense. It'll change up in the second. They're trying to feel each other out. Nobody wants to commit a mistake. Nobody wants to fumble, turnover, all that stuff. So we shall see.
Visual Vendetta. What is your X handle?
Yeah, we need your X handle. If you have an X handle. If you don't, well, let's tell you. We won't post it. We will post it, but we'll mention your name. We like to tag people in it.
Yeah, yes.
So we had 2 people pass it forward. You see what kind of people we have in here, Jeff? Good people.
That's pretty nice. That was really cool.
Good people.
At halftime, man.
Stay
Crazy.
healthy, man. Yeah, you stay healthy too, Mark. Next time you're up in Detroit, you and Mark should hang out over there on DeQuinder. You can hang out.
Meet up over there.
You should hang out.
69.
What say you, Mark? You guys should hang out. You're over there all the time.
Over
The
there.
Yowies will never admit to Yeti sex slave trading. No, I would think they would. We do have a Yowie. I do have Yowies as well, so I'll have to get those out. Do you guys see the Karens have a meltdown over the B1 visas, which were about 50%? I didn't see that.
No, what was that?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Yes.
The meltdown over the B1 visas. I've not seen that. Over 50% of Instagram models and OnlyFans models. I didn't know that either. Huh. Basically, England winning versus Patriots. Now, if the Chargers win, Chip, the Steelers win tomorrow night, then Bills Steelers next Sunday. I know, that's wild. The Chargers aren't going to win, I don't think. I would like to see them win, but I don't think they're going to beat the Patriots. Now, the Steelers, I believe, are going to beat the Texans. People think it's a bold call. I've called every game so far. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't been wrong yet. But I don't know about but it would be at Buffalo, right? I believe the game would be played in Buffalo if it was Bills Steelers. But the Chargers probably aren't going to pull it on. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. But I don't see it happening. So I'd gladly buy you a drink of your choice. You see that what you're missing out on? Jeff, you're missing out on a free drink of your choice, says Mark.
All right, next time I'm in next time I make my way to
Doesn't use
Detroit.
Exmo. Oh, at Pittsburgh? Okay, that's all right. I would be Pittsburgh. You have a better. No, you're not a higher seed, are you? Oh, because you won the division. That's right. But you don't have a better record. Gotcha. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. That's all we have here. We will see you guys back here on Saturday. Saturday, one day only on Saturday.
Wednesday.
Giant truck. Oh, yeah, sorry. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. One day only Wednesday. I was already jumping to next weekend, man. I totally blanked out on Wednesday.
Blanked out on what today was. What's today?
I don't know where I am, man. I just too much football today. I'm gonna watch some more football. Have a great week. You guys too. Yeah, appreciate it. Belgium out. See you guys, man. Thank you.
Right.
See you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, one night only. Monster trucks. Wednesday. Okay, here you go. I'll see you guys on the next one. Chip and Jeff. Oh.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.